Hello everyone. Today I'm going to feature to you something that I experienced in regards to planting vegetables. Last year I planted a bunch of vegetables like squash directly on the ground, but all of them were gone in just a few days because we have some issues with wild rabbits, raccoons, squirrels, and slugs. So those are the issues that I have in my area. And maybe your issues is space. One of the solution is to use a raised bed. That's the number one solution. And then maybe you add an additional protection like probably put a net around it. And also, as for me, the one I use right now is planting the vegetables in containers. I was successful with tomatoes and squash and also different kinds of gingers. I've been harvesting some squash flowers, maybe 7 to 10 flowers a day, and to me that's sufficient enough to add that into a favorite dish. I'm so happy that I was able to find a solution to my issues like strawberries. It's in a container and you could just hang them. It's already fall and there's nothing that I could show you some fruits on this one. But there's still some flowers coming out from these strawberries. Another one that you could use is this one. It has some hole in there, and are made of just like an acrylic plastics. Can also be used to plant some tomatoes at the bottom, and that way it will hang. And I'm going to use this for next year. Plant right now, and not only with vegetables, but you can also plant fruit trees in containers like this lemon that I have. Look at the fruits of this lemon. It's full of small tiny fruits right now. I got only three fruits on this squash over here in these two plants that I planted in this container. I have another one over here, another squash that I planted in just a small container. Now I'm harvesting more squash flowers to be used for my special dish. I've been harvesting leaves of this basil for almost 3 months now. My Japanese ginger is doing well in a container. I put them in a big pot. And to show you also, I have a lot of green onions in this pot. You could also plant raspberries in container. I planted an apple in a pot, and the only problem with my apple tree is that since we have lots of raccoons and squirrels and birds, and they come and flock and eat the fruits. As a matter of fact, I show you what's been eaten or ravaged by the animals. But just to show you that it's possible to plant fruit trees in pots. What you have to do is to protect the fruits. Maybe you have to put a net. And I have here a calamundin or calamansi, and right now it's still flowering, and there are some fruits right now too. And as I've said, we are uh, in fall right now, and I already harvested most of the tomatoes that I planted over here, and I mix it with the fuchsia plant. If you have a space for you to make a compost, this is the best time to start preparing for next year's compost, because the compost are the best soil for growing vegetables. And this is where I dump all my grass clippings, all our vegetable and fruit scraps. Once in a while, I rotate this compost, and then for next year, you will have an abundant compost. If you don't have a space where you can make your own compost, you could buy from the store. It's an organic compost. I have mentioned to you the solutions for the traditional method of gardening or farming. I would like to mention to you also that another solution is the hydroponic system and the aeroponic system. As a matter of fact, the hydroponic system has been around for centuries. In 600 BC, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, they utilized the technology of the hydroponic system, where they utilized the fertile water of the Euphrates River for growing different kinds of plants. And also in the 10th century, as the Aztec hanging gardens, they also use the system. In the 13th century, the Chinese rice fields, they use them also for the same technology. And as a matter of fact, also in the Philippines, the eighth wonders of the world, called the Banawi rice terraces, they utilize same principle of the hydroponic system, where the water is coming out from the mountain. Rice terraces were man-made in order to grow those rice. In that technology, you could use to solve those issues. Nowadays, microgreens is very popular, and they utilize the hydroponic system or the aeroponic system. As long as you have the different elements, water, there's light, there's carbon dioxide, and also nutrients, then you will be successful in growing different kinds of plants. People are now nutrition conscious. That's why microgreens are very popular nowadays. They use the hydroponic system and the aeroponic system to grow those different kinds of vegetables and plants. With the aeroponic system technology, it's the umbrella of the hydroponics. The roots are elevated into the air. There's a pump that blows the water into the roots, and that's the technology of the aeroponic system. And I hope that you learn something from this episode. If you like it, please like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you have some comments, if you have some suggestions, if there's more other things that I didn't mention today, please provide that in the comments below. And I hope that episode provide you an informed solutions, any issues in regards to planting vegetables and fruit trees. See you in my next episode. Bye bye.